Hey, I'm Melanie Kate and today I am back with another favourites video. I generally can't believe it's August and we've got like what, 4 or 5 months left of the year. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm here to share my favourites with you today. But before we start, if you haven't already, please subscribe, push that notification bell and give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you love this video, please share it with all your friends and family. And let's get on with this video. So like always, I've got a variety. I've got them listed down on my phone, and I'm just going to go through them all. I love a variety because I find a favourite can't just sit in one category as such, because anything in any day can be amazing, literally, and form a favourite. So some of these are old and revisited, and some are brand new. So I'm going to share the lists. So this isn't old, but it's old, but it's new to me. But the person in particular is Stacey Dooley, and the series I've been watching is Stacey Dooley Sleeps Over. Now, from what I can gather, Stacey presents this and produces this herself. So it's all about Stacey Dooley sleeping over other people's lives, she goes for a weekend basically. Stacey Dooley sleeps over at someone's house for the weekend. So I've watched them all now of this series, but they were on YouTube, so I've just watched them on YouTube. They're like an hour long. I think actually maybe they're 45 minutes, but they're about 45 minutes to an hour long program each one. And so she slept over at a family of Mormons, she slept over at Jewish, she slept over at a eco family where they don't have like any electricity, anything like that. They are completely off grid. She's slept over with a child model and their family. She has slept over with a throuple. I can't remember them all. It was Jewish, maybe it was Greek as well. There's all different ones anyway. And it's just basically her living their life for the weekend with them, and taking on board what they do and see how their life works, because everybody's life is different. No matter what you believe in, your religion, your faith, yourself, anything like that, everybody's different, and you have to understand that what works for someone might not work for you, and it's just about being nice and working out why it works for them, you know, and be happy for them. So you always see her opinion of it, but you also see like the life of that family for the weekend. For instance, one that I thought was insane but seemed to work for them weirdly was a family where the children were in charge. They didn't go to school, they ate what they want for breakfast, lunch, dinner, they went to bed whenever, they all slept in the same room, which was a bit crazy, but somehow it works for them. And I think it's all about accepting the people as they are and what works for them. Though I think I would always naturally put my child in school. Maybe I would homeschool, but they didn't even homeschool. It was all down to the children, and I think the little boy was 7 or 8 and he couldn't read or even write his name. So some things like that, obviously I've got my opinion, Stacey had her opinion, and you've probably all got your own opinion, but deep down that family knew and could get along with that life, and it worked for them. And it's just about seeing everybody else's life work for them, and it was just interesting to watch, and I would really recommend that. I'll probably leave the link to the channel down below so you can go and watch them if you want, binge watch them if you want. So as you probably know, it's been really, really hot. We've been in like the 30s. It's cooler down now, hence why I've got jeans on. You can't see that I've got jeans on, but I've got jeans on. but it's going to be 40 in a couple of weeks apparently. No, not this week coming, the week after, which is going to be too hot. But I've been loving wearing my hair up. If you didn't know this, the sun beams in from here the whole way along my flat, from when it rises pretty much till about 3 p.m, and it gets boiling hot in here. It really does. So I've wanted my hair up. I don't really want to wear it down when it's so hot because it gets too sticky, and yeah, it's just not nice to wear. Well, I don't find it nice to wear my hair down in the heat. So I've been wearing plaits a lot, and I haven't got plaits in today. Like I just said to you, the heat's gone. It's down to 17 degrees. But it's just nice to just chuck my hair up into, I've been doing pretty much 2 lace braids down each side, and then into a messy bun at like low at the bottom, like here. And it really, really works for me. It looks really nice, smart, perfect for work, but also for like weekends. It's a perfect hairstyle for every occasion, really. You could really wear it to a wedding, you could wear it whatever. But it also keeps my hair off my face, it keeps me cooler, and I still look presentable than a scraggly, messy bun. Now my hair is really long. You can't see because I'm really in blue here, but my hair goes down to about my chest now, just below my chest even, like the middle of my chest. Okay, the next thing is something that I have loved for ages, but I've just got a new book, and I just love writing on dotted like square paper. Yeah, you can see like it's dotted paper, it's square paper. This is my new book because I started in my bullet journal. I still need to film that video. Oh, okay. It's August tomorrow for me, I need to film that. But I've been doing a lot of YouTube masterclasses, and I've just been writing it in my bullet journal, and I decided that I needed to get my own book for creativity. So I got this one from Papier. Papier books are like 20 quid, and I think you have to pay £4.99 for delivery, so it's like 25 quid for a notebook, but their quality is so good. So this is my new one. You have nice ideas, and it says Melanie Kate at the bottom. I just think it's funny. And at the back it's got a light bulb that says ding, and Papier. But the paper is so good, and I just find writing in like in dots or squared, as this is like a bullet journal based book, it's just so nice. And so far all I've got in here is my notes, all from my creator masterclasses, but I want to put in ideas for like videos, blogs, get back into it all. I've been posting more on my Instagram, which is Melanie_Kate official, if you want to follow there. And yeah, I just want ideas and stuff to be put in a different book to my bullet journal. So that's that one. Then, oh, this is a newbie to me, and I've seen it on the shelf so many times in Marks & Spencer's, but I thought, I can't get it, because I know I'll just eat the whole tin. What is this called? Jar. And it is Marks & Spencer's caramelised red onion chutney. So the jar is half empty now, but I have it mostly with burgers or like a brioche bun toasted, like a toasty brioche bun, so cheese and this. It's not, I don't like it on its own if it's cold, but with something hot, it is amazing. It's just beautiful. I would really recommend this. Just a teaspoon in with some cheese in a roll, toasted, like toasty it, make it into a toasty, is amazing. But it's so good. And also with a burger, like I made my mum get some for the barbecue for tomorrow, because just having this on a cheeseburger is beautiful. So that's that one. Okay, I've got quite a few books because I've just added another one onto the list as well. So the first book I have loved this month, I've read 3 or 4 books this month, 4 I think it was, for July. And the first book that I loved is Until Next Weekend by Rachel Marks. Now this is a romantic story, but it's about Noah, who is a single parent, and he only gets his children, his 2 sons, at a weekend, and Kate, his ex-wife, has them pretty much all the other time. And it's about him getting his life back, getting over Kate and falling in love with Mimi. And then it's like their life going through, like, he is an alcoholic and he's a teacher as well, as a primary school teacher, but it's about his life, and then them trying to get Kate back, but then getting together. By the way, I put all my book reviews up on Instagram, on IGTV. If you want to, you can obviously go and look up them. I've put a series on now. The next one is, this is a book as well. Oh, by the way, I will read them all on my Kindle, mostly anyway. And that's The Secret of Us by Lucinda Berry. Now, Lucinda Berry is one of my most favourite authors. Her books are all about or based on psychiatric patients, mental health, and like mental wards, like psychiatric wards basically. And The Secret of Us is about two foster sisters, Nicole and Crystal, and how they grow up together as foster children on a farm, and then it flicks back from their childhood, and then it all links together in the end. But Nicole ends up, or at the beginning, is in a psychiatric ward because she has lost the plot, and they are framing her for the fire of their house, with which her husband was locked into the bedroom whilst the fire was going on. It's just it's really disturbing, some of the stuff, or well, this wasn't as disturbing, but some of her books are disturbing. But if you like a book like that, then I'd recommend them to any of them to you. But this one was about, so it flicked back between their childhood and how they weren't brought up right. Even though they were in foster care, they weren't brought up exactly right, and they were treated differently. And then it all links together in the end, about what happened in the fire and everything else that's going on in Nicole's brain or mind. The next one, I haven't got any with me because I've run out, but I have been loving artichokes. I hadn't had an artichoke until this year. I've never in my life had one until this year, and they're a bit of an odd, are they a vegetable? They must be a vegetable to have. They come in tins, or we buy them in tins anyway, but they are really amazing. I've had them with sausages, I've had them with pasta, I've had them as their own salad. Now I went out to, I'm not sure if it's a chain or not, but it was a local restaurant last weekend, and I had this artichoke salad, which I can put a picture of here. It was amazing. It was completely vegan, but it was delicious. It really was. It had like capers, olives, lettuce. It had sourdough bread on the bottom, harissa. Oh, it was just so nice. They're just, even though you think they would be weird, they're not. So I'd definitely try them. This is an old one which I just got a new bottle of actually, and I really love it. Works really well with my skin, and also my mum has just brought it. In fact, this is just for dry to very dry skin, but maybe my mum's is normal. I didn't realise this, but it's the same thing. CeraVe. This is CeraVe face, like, moisturiser basically. I use this every day, and it just really helps to keep my face hydrated, my skin hydrated and moisturised. Okay, the next thing, actually, something that Diana recognised in my Coast clothing haul video, and she was saying how nice my hair looked, and it's because I just dye it now. We dye it myself, like my mum dyes it for me, or I could dye it myself, but my mum does it. And I just love my freshly dyed hair. I'm only 31, but I've got a cow's lick at the back of my head, I think that's what it's called, and that gets ever so grey. In fact, I've got grey hair now, and I probably only dyed my hair 4 weeks ago. Yeah, 4 weeks ago it'd be. And there is already grey coming through, so I really want to dye it again soon. But I just love that fresh hair look. I use Nice and Easy number, it's just dark hair, dark brown is what it's called. If you want to get it, you can, obviously, and that's permanent hair dye, but it does fade a little bit over time, hence why I do all my hair. Though I could probably just do my roots now. Maybe I'll just do my roots now, that's a good plan. But because I've got so much hair, I've got enough hair for like a lion's mane, I use 2 or 3 bottles depending, but it's normally 2 unless it really needs doing, then I'll use 3. So this is the final book on my Kindle that I've read this month, and I've only just finished reading it, and oh my god, it must be my favourite, the best book I've read this year. It's not really a genre that I read normally. I normally either read a romantic or a psychiatric thriller kind of book, but I know that's drastically different, but this doesn't really sit in any genre other than it's just island life, I guess. And the thing that I think it actually came up as a bestseller on Amazon Kindle books, or it was recommended to me through another book, but it is also obviously something that I'm hugely into, though I have not created anything in a long while. This book is The Crafternoon Social Club by J.C. Williams. There's not overly any romance in it or anything like that. It's just that Charlotte, or Lottie as she goes by, she is just a kind, caring, willing to help and wanting to help volunteer that creates or goes to care homes in the Isle of Man and helps them or teaches them crafts. And then through that she wants to set up a Crafternoon social club, and she does that, and then there's a competition on in the area or the island, and she goes up against 10 other people to do this square challenge. So there's a bit of conflict and there's always a bit of that competition in it, but it's about her and the Crafternoon group, and then it's about Bonnie, who is a 16-year-old girl who's lost her mum but still has a dad and wants to complete this quilt that her mum started to make, and it's about their life and about other people's lives in the social club, in the Crafternoon social club. And it's just a really nice book. I can't fault that book at all. It's just amazing, and it shows how such a lovely person, kind, caring, like beautiful person, can come through even though she's got witches and dragons and nasty people trying to drag her down, or yeah, like they're jealous of her but they're not showing that they're jealous of her, if that makes sense. And in the words of the witches and the dragons, that's what's mentioned in the book. I'm not calling these people witches and that. They actually, even though they say it in the book, they actually are like a witch, like they're witches to her. So yeah, that is that book. That was really good. There was no like anything else in it other than it was just a beautiful book, and I've just downloaded another one of his books and ordered number 2. So yeah, they are all my favourites for July. I was going to say March then, I generally don't know why. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe, push that notification bell, and comment down below one of your favourites from this month. Something maybe that I would like to try. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Bye!